When it's all said and done and they close my casket, when it's all said and done and I take my last bow like Sinatra, when it's all said and done and the director says cut, when it's all said and done and they yell out curtain call, I pray that I would hear these words, well done, from the only begotten Son. Is there a heaven for a G? I wonder if they knew their time was going to run out. You see, life is but a vapor, here today, gone tomorrow. Can't buy back time, no time you can't borrow. Choose this day whom you will serve, 'cause no man is promised tomorrow. Say, life is but a vapor, here today, gone tomorrow. Can't buy back time, no time you can't borrow. Choose this day whom you will serve, 'cause no man is promised tomorrow. In the end of time, we will all fall short of God's glory, but keep the faith and someday you'll get to tell your side of the story. Make no mistake about it, we will all be judged, not by fellow man, but from the Most High above. The story being told is by a true soldier, and the more I live these chapters in my book of life, the more I draw closer. Keeping my eyes on the prize, the time is near. My trust is in Jesus, so I have no fear. Tell me, who will deliver me from these sinful eyes? Through this journey in life, I become strong yet wise. My eyes have seen so much hate, corruption, and destruction. Listen to this message I preach and follow these instructions. Armageddon is here and it's the end of mankind. We've been forewarned by Nostradamus' signs. When I was a young child, I had a dream where I heard God say, I told you I would come. In a blink of an eye, I saw Christ in the sky, lifting up his creation, saying to my good and faithful servants, it is finally done. But until then, we must fight this fight, for it is unknown to any man or any angel whether Christ will come in day or whether he'll come in night. You see, no one knows what it'll be of tomorrow, whether they'll see joy or whether they'll see sorrow. You see, without God's love, there'll be none of us. Therefore, I trust in his Son Jesus should be a must. You see, we must have faith in order to pass this test. With belief in his Son Jesus, we'll do our very best. So make sure you pass this test. Make sure you pass it well, because in the end, only time will tell. You see, life is but a vapor, here today, gone tomorrow. Can't buy back time, no time you can't borrow. Choose this day whom you will serve, 'cause no man is promised tomorrow. At the age of 19, I was going to Tampa to visit this girl I was talking to, two of my homeboys. Typical day, 19 years old, think I'm gonna live forever. I'll get saved when I'm 25. Went to Tampa, went bowling with these girls and had a good time. On the way back, as I was sleeping in the back seat, my friend kept hitting the speed bumps in the road and it woke me up. I said, dude, pull over, dog. Dude, pull over. He said, I'm good, we almost home. I said, dude, pull over, dude, pull over. I don't feel comfortable, dude, pull over, I'll drive. He said, I'm straight. I told my friend Billy, I said, turn the radio up and keep him awake, man. He said, all right, I got you. I went back to sleep in the back seat. The next thing I know, as I was sleeping, boom! My head hit the window and the car began to flip. Boom, 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 boom. My car flipped 4 times off the highway, landed underneath the water in a swamp, upside down in the water. When I woke up from being blacked out, the water was at my chest. And the only thing I could think about at that time when I was 19 is if I die, I'm going to hell. And the only thing I could realize at that time is if I was to die and face God, he would have said, I never knew you. But I went to church, I never knew you. But I praised you in church, I never knew you. Because your life was not sold out for me. You lived like the world and nobody could tell you were saved. The only people that could tell you were a Christian was in church. But if unbelievers can't tell there's something different between you and them, are you really saved? If an unbeliever that does not go to church and does not know God can see no difference in your fruit and their fruit, are you really saved? And at the age of 19, when I was in that water, all I could think about was he was going to say these 3 words to me. I never knew you. And my friends got me out. And we walked through that swamp, water to the chest, made it to the highway, and I saw my car sink underneath the water. I pray in the name of Jesus, by the ministries that came forward today, and when you heard me speak earlier, if you're in that position right now where you may be straddling the fence, and you're in that position right now where you hot and cold and you live in lukewarm, He will either say one or the other to you. Well done, my good and faithful servant, who I'm well pleased. Or He will say, I never knew you because you weren't living for me. I pray that He says those words to you, well done, and not, I never knew you, depart from me. Because that's a scary thing to think that I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I go to church, but my lifestyle Monday through Saturday denies Him. I pray that today, that He would say those words, well done. And if you're not 100% sure that He would say those words, well done, there's a slight chance He might say, I never knew you. And there's a slight chance that He may say, I never knew you. I pray you don't leave this park today without accepting Jesus Christ into your life. He is the best thing that ever happened to me at 19 years old. And if He can change me, He can change you. Be blessed.